It is Broadway's biggest night. The 73rd Annual Tony Awards are happening tonight right here on CBS 2. Joining us now is Blauvelt, managing editor at IndieWire, to break down the biggest shows and the brightest stars most likely to take home tonight's prizes. Welcome.
Oh, Andrea, it's so good to be here.
So another big year for Broadway.
A huge year for Broadway, the most financially successful in its history. $1.83 billion. Billion was what Broadway grossed in total. 14.77 million visitors attended Broadway shows this year. That's more than all of New York City's sports teams' attendance combined.
Wow, 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 wow. So let's talk. We're going to talk a little bit about just a few of the top categories for the Tonys, starting with Best Play. Let's take a look at the nominees for Best Play.
So, Choir Boy, The Ferryman, Gary, a sequel to Titus Andronicus, Ink, and What the Constitution Means to Me. I think this is going to be The Ferryman winning Best Play, ultimately. This is one of the best plays I've seen on Broadway in years. It's a story set in Northern Ireland in the early 1980s. It's about all the violence unleashed by the IRA. It's a stunning, harrowing, cinematic drama. It's so suspenseful, I have to say. It's like you're really like clutching your seat by the end.
Yeah. A lot of buzz about this one.
Oh, absolutely. And it tied with To Kill a Mockingbird, not nominated for Best Play.
Which was interesting. Yes.
Very interesting, because that had so much buzz. Aaron Sorkin writing, Jeff Daniels starring, but was not nominated for Best Play. So Ferryman will have this.
Let's talk about Best Actress in a Musical, the nominees.
Yeah. Stephanie J. Block in The Cher Show, Caitlin Kinnaman, The Prom, Beth Leavel in The Prom, Ava Noblezada in Hadestown, Kelly O'Hara in Kiss Me Kate. Such an amazing lineup. This is the most competitive category of the night. I think it's going to be Caitlin Kinnaman in The Prom. This is such a great musical. So it's about a quartet of Broadway stars who go to a small town in Indiana to help out a young high school girl, played by Caitlin Kinnaman, who has been denied going to her prom because she's gay and wanted to bring her girlfriend with her. It's really poignant, but it's actually really funny. The songs are really good, and she's great. She has an amazing voice and can really act, too.
Let's talk about Best Actor in a Musical and the nominees for this category.
All right, so we've got Brooks Ashmankas in The Prom. He's so funny. Derek Baskin in Ain't Too Proud. Alex Brightman on Beetlejuice. Damon Dono in Oklahoma. And Santino Fontana in Tootsie. I think this is going to be Santino Fontana and Tootsie stepping in to the shoes of Dustin Hoffman from the original movie, playing an actor so unemployable that he has to adopt the identity of a woman in order to try to get roles. It's one of the best comic turns on Broadway we've seen in a few years. He's pretty much a shoo-in to win Best Actor in a Musical, I have
to say, I just recently saw Ain't Too Proud, and Derek Baskin was fantastic in that as well.
Good, so good.
Such a great show. Best Revival of a Musical. There's only two in this category.
Yeah, Kiss Me Kate and Oklahoma. Only two, just because there's so many shows that have been successful in recent years that not many theaters are opening up to stage new work. So it's going to be Oklahoma, I think, winning this category. This is a dark, revisionist take on Oklahoma. This isn't like any version of Oklahoma you've ever seen before. It's really unique. It even has like an ironic commentary on dinner theater in the middle where they serve chili at intermission. It's really funny. But I think that's going to win.
And then the last one that we're going to talk about is Best Musical.
And so our nominees here: Ain't Too Proud, Beetlejuice, Hadestown, The Prom, and Tootsie. I think this is going to be Hadestown. 14 Tony nominees in total. One of the most original things on Broadway in some years. It's really extraordinary. It's an adaptation of Greek mythology set in a New Orleans jazz club. It's really unique.
And James Corden is the host of the Tonys?
James Corden is the host. He hosted 3 years ago as well. He is so much fun. It's going to be a great night.
Big theater fan. Thank you, Kristen. I appreciate it.
Thank you, as always. My pleasure.
Thanks for coming in, and you can learn more about this year's Tony nominees on our website, cbsnewyork.com. And a reminder, the 73rd Annual Tony Awards, hosted by James Corden, will air tonight at 8 o'clock live on CBS 2.